Good morning students, hope you all are well. So today we will discuss chapter number 2, ecology, and now we will discuss the flow of energy flow, and this one, energy pyramid. Okay, so we know that solar energy is the main source of energy in our life or on our earth. So a very small percentage of solar energy reaches to earth. Okay, so that energy is trapped by autotrophs. Who are the autotrophs? Plant are the autotrophs. So that energy are trapped by the plants. Why? For the process of photosynthesis. Okay, after that this energy will transfer from one trophic level to the other to another trophic level. Okay, so during this transfer, when it will transfer from one trophic level to another trophic level, so obviously some amount of energy is lost. Okay, some of the energy is lost. That means from in each succeeding trophic level there has been a decrease amount of energy available for its use. Means when it will transfer, when the energy will transfer from the first trophic level to the second, that means the first trophic level it is having huge amount of energy, but the second that is having less amount of energy than the first. Okay, so the energy which is transferred in which is present in each trophic level and which is transferred from one trophic level to another, so it is in the form of chemical energy which is stored in the biomass. Now, what is ecological efficiency? So the percentage of energy which is transferred from one trophic level to the next, that is called the ecological efficiency, because the loss of energy is directly proportional to the length of the food chain. Okay, now is the energy pyramid. So this is the graphical representation of energy pyramid. As you can see here, different trophic levels and different organisms are present here. So at the base there is the producers, and they are quite huge in number. So producers means they are the plants, they are the autotrophs. So they bring the energy from non-living resources or from non-living sources into the community. After that there is primary consumer, they eat the producer, then secondary consumer, they eat the primary consumer, and tertiary consumer, they eat the secondary consumer. So if you will see properly, the number of the individuals in each trophic level, they are also decreasing as we are going in the upward direction. Now, why the energy pyramid shaped the way they are? Why? So the energy pyramid shows the amount of energy that used in each trophic level. So the energy is being means the chemical energy is stored in the form of food, and it is decreased. Why? Because the organism, they used this at each trophic level. The energy which is taken up for a variety of life processes or for different physiological processes, and a very small part of that is stored, which get passed to the next trophic level. That means most of the energy are being used in each trophic level by the organism for different life processes and for different physiological processes, and some amount and very small amount which is stored, that will pass to the next trophic level. So scientists calculated that an average of 90% of the energy entering in each step of the food chain is lost in this way. And the consumers, see, the consumers are present at the top of the energy pyramid. Okay, so, or the food pyramid, so they have much less energy available for them, but in the lower portion or at the base, the amount of energy is very high, but in the higher trophic level the amount of energy is very less. So that you can see the numbers are also decreasing in the producers, primary consumer, the number is quite good, but the number of secondary and tertiary consumers, they are very less. Okay, so why the number are relatively few in most communities? So eventually the amount of useful energy left, they cannot support another level, so that's why the energy flow is depicted in the shape of a pyramid. Okay, so that's all for today.